Good afternoon, I'm Lori Baldassi, and you're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. It might be strange to see a box house in the middle of the university campus, but Pi Lambda Phi set one up. Each year, the fraternity sets up this shelter to raise awareness of homelessness in Windsor. They raise money each year for the downtown mission. Their fundraising goal was $1,500. Fraternity president Taylin Osei is the member who spent a chilly night outside.
Whether you're aware of it or not, there is a homeless population of Windsor. I spoke to some people who work at the downtown mission. They gave me a tour. They have 103 beds right now, which is way more than before. In their old building, they didn't even use beds. It's not the coldest night of the year yet, and they're already hitting maximum capacity. So what that means is people are seeking shelter at night, and they don't have space, and they have to stay outside. So we're just trying to help them, give them warm clothes to hand out to people who can't get a roof. Give them some food to help feed the population, and give them some money so they can accomplish their projects. They're doing some great stuff.
Today is Random Acts of Kindness Day. Whether it's a friend or a stranger, make a little time to go out of your way to be kind to someone today. November is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. On November 1st, the Shine the Light on Women Abuse campaign kicked off the month with the 4th annual tree lighting ceremony in Charles Clark Square. Reporter Lennis Yu was there to bring the story.
Women's abuse and domestic violence are serious topics that cannot be ignored. Shine the Light held their 4th annual tree lighting ceremony on November 1st at Charles Clark Square. More than 100 people came to support. Shine the Light Windsor coordinator Carrie Plaskett said it is really important to hold this event.
It's about bringing the subject of abuse against women to the surface, creating a creative way for people to shine the light, like our tree, and to create a conversation, to help people talk about it, to support victims, to support survivors, and that's what November's all about. That's what purple symbolizes for us.
Sergeant with the Windsor Police Ren Dawson says domestic violence calls are some of the toughest the police respond to.
Police are trained to be compassionate in domestic violent abuse situations. There is a real concern for the safety of the woman in any domestic violence call. And first is safety of the women and the children. Next is apprehension of the violator or the accused. And thirdly is to make sure that that person or family gets to a place of safety. And we all know the great work that Hiatus House does here in the city of Windsor.
To support survivors, a purple scarf will be sold this November. Have a safe November. I'm Annis Liu.
Kelly Hoppy had no one to teach him harmonica, so he took to listening to music to crack the code of sound. After he mastered his style, his interest in learning more about his craft turned into a lifelong pursuit. With no retirement in sight, I caught up with Hoppy to see what he's working on. I hear that you're busier now than you've ever been.
Yeah, I mean, it's the life of a working musician. That's at least what you aim to be, as busy as possible. And we're in the midst of right now working on the Christmas album that we've worked on the last few years with the Saints that I've been a part of. Really proud to be a part of, and doing session work also and live playing with people like Soul Brother Mike and Ron Leary, the O'Cheys. These are bands locally that an artist, really talented artists, have been working with locally, and I just played at the with the Windsor Symphony this past weekend with a great jazz singer from Heather Bambrick, and we were part of the Canada 150 sort of pops orchestra weekend with the symphony at the Capitol. So there's always something on my plate every day.
So there's always something, I would imagine, different on your plate for a harmonica player. Tell me about that.
Well, yeah, it's a good question. I think over the years, I mean, I certainly came from a particular style. When I started playing, I was really enamored. It seemed like a new religion to me to play kind of like post-war Chicago blues style harmonica playing. But I always had interest in other music forms, and whether it was country and bluegrass. to me, it's been a journey, though, to sort of, come in contact, whether it was other blues harmonica players, those that played in a more folk style, like I'll call pre-war blues, pre-World War II blues, and it's just like you go down a rabbit hole, and I seem to, at least I try and find out. I like to research about it as much, or I'm such a music fan. Whether I could even play like somebody else, I really dig finding out about other ways to play and approach the instrument.
It's a passion that you have that makes it not work. It's something that's close to your heart that you love.
Yeah, good way of putting it. Yeah, it's you're doing it not because you're trying to decode some enemy combatants, that kind of thing. I mean, even that can have passion to it, but it's the passion draws you in, and then so it's that kind of research, right?
Let's take a look at weather. Today is mainly sunny with a high of 9. Tomorrow we'll see a chance of showers with a high of 11. And on Sunday, some light rain and a balmy high of 17. Some Windsor homeowners use their Halloween spirit to support local charities. One of the dozens of impressive yard displays, a couple became collection for the point to the community to drop off donations for Toys for Tots and CIBC Run for the Cure. Reporter Lori Harrison has more.
Make no bones about it, some Windsor homeowners have turned Halloween into an irresistible chance to do something beautiful for local charities. Years of collecting and building, thousands invested, and months of planning and setting up transformed dozens of quiet neighborhood dwellings into spooktacular scenes of whimsical frights, scares, and graveyards. John Bogart has been creating his own props for his display for the past 5 years, attracting hundreds to his Lost Souls Cemetery in Forest Glade.
The witch lanterns are all homemade. I made those out of mason jars. The tombstones are all rebuilt. The corpsing, just basically creating skin for the other props, like the hands and feet. They're dollar store hands and feet. I just created skin to corpse them.
Not typically thought of as a charitable night, Halloween, in its simplest definition, is a time of giving and receiving. Candy is given to those who, for the most part, dress up and provide a night of entertaining costumes. In the end, everyone has given something and everybody has received something. Some Windsor residents found it to be the perfect time to merge their love of haunting with giving back to the community. Bogart, who has raised thousands for cancer research in the past, now adds scaring as a way of sharing with his community.
I'll be doing something charity every year. This is my first time doing the Toys for Tots. Thought it'd be the best charity out there to help the families and kids.
For the past 15 years, Rick Photo has chosen to honor a charity close to his heart through his display.
My mom's a survivor, so it was something that I kept getting more and more people coming to see the display. So I decided to do a donation for breast cancer for Run for the Cure.
Photo surpassed recent years' donations by raising more than $700. Reporting from the haunted streets of Windsor, this is Lori Harrison.
It's day 5 of WIF. Laden Mohammed highlights some featured films playing this weekend so you don't miss out on the WIF experience.
With the Windsor International Film Festival holding its annual week-long film screening event, it's time to grab the popcorn and enjoy a weekend filled with colorful stories that you won't see anywhere else for some time. Today at 5:45 p.m., the Capitol Theater is screening the film Loving Vincent. This is a highly anticipated movie that has been getting rave reviews. The movie is about the life and art of Vincent van Gogh. But get this, the coolest part about this film is that it's animated entirely in an oil-painted style. So whether you're into art or looking to watch something different, this is definitely a movie that you should check out. If you're looking for a family fun Saturday, Grease is the word. With their sing-along experience at 1 p.m. at the Chrysler Theater, friends and fans alike can enjoy a special adaptation of a much-beloved film. The perfect way to end off the weekend is with the film Chuck. This is a biographical feature about the life of Chuck Wepner, a boxer who fought with all of the greats and was even the inspiration for the Rocky series. Whatever your plans for WIF are, Sunday's your last chance to check out movies, so don't forget to grab your tickets while you still can. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Laden Mohammed, and this has been your Movie Minute.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lori Baldassi, and you've been watching MediaPlex Live at 1.